Top 10 Manhwa where MC has a different weapon that is not a sword or a dagger. If you are looking for something different in your manhwa, check out our top 10 list of titles where the MC wields a unique weapon. You won't find any swords or a dagger here. We have compiled a list of the most interesting and original weapons you will find in manhwa. From whips and chains to axes and spears, there is something for everyone on this list. So before we begin, be sure to subscribe for more top 10s videos. Starting off with our number 10, Return of the Triple S class ranker. Lokan was the king of the violence who reigned as the strongest in the virtual reality game called The Lord. Unfortunately, the assassination order issued by an enemy guild caused him to lose everything. To his surprise, the next time he woke up, he had returned back to 3 years ago. This time he's gonna devour them all. A new story begins as Rokan, who traveled back in time, climbs his way savagely back to the top. This VR manhwa is on literal crack. Main character takes the VR game too seriously and gets reincarnated for not that much of a reason. He grinds a lot to get overpowered faster. He has a savage type personality, which is very cool. The story of this manhwa is nothing new, but the execution of the plot is on another level. Art of this manhwa is very good and fight scenes always feel satisfying. This is a must try if you are into VR MMO genre. Number 9. The Novels Extra Remake. Waking up, Kim Ha-jin finds himself in a familiar world but inside an unfamiliar body. A world he created himself and a story he wrote, yet never finished. He had become his Novels Extra, a filler character with no importance to the story. The only clue to escaping is to stay close to the main storyline. However, he soon finds out that the world isn't exactly identical to his creation. The story of this manhwa is nothing new, but the execution of the plot is perfect. The main character knows the events that are gonna happen in the future, but the co-author keeps changing some events to spice things up. Side characters are also written well, world building is also good, art is also good, but the fight scenes can be a little more clearer. Other than that, it is a must-try for fantasy and reincarnator type manhwa fans. Number 8. Superhuman Battlefield. 17 years ago, the world was saved from destruction by the 7 heroes, but it came with the sacrifice of the strongest one among them, Seomun Yup. Now that there is peace, beings like the 7 heroes known as espers no longer have use for their supernatural powers. That's where Battlefield comes in, an action VR game specifically created to allow espers to showcase their skills. Unfortunately, Korea hasn't been doing so well in recent tournaments, making it hard to believe that it was once home to the greatest esper in history. But just when all hope seems lost, Seomun Yup miraculously returns. The overall plot of this manhwa is pretty unique even for a VR manhwa. It's a blend of good hunter drama and VR MMO. Main character is overpowered from the start and he is also quite badass. Side characters are written very well. Art is really gorgeous and the fight scenes are portrayed very well. Give this a try if you want a hunter-type esports VR manhwa with good action and solid drama. Number 7. Magical Suiting Sniper of Steel. Kang Yi-chan. During the mission, he faced enemies to save his comrades and was isolated alone in the operational area of the mission. It had been several days since he had faced the enemy without being able to sleep and waiting for rescue to come for him. But in the end, he shot the bazooka flying over the hill. He realized that it was the end of his life and then fainted. When he regained consciousness and opened his eyes, he found himself in a trance, alone in a strange world. Number 6. Kill the Dragon. So, humanity started preparing young psychers who can fight against the dragons and save humanity from destruction. Our main character, Lee Han, is also a psyker in training. He has the weakest psyker's powers, but he is good at using his brain during battles, which gives him a better chance against his enemies. This manhwa is really cool. There are also some art pieces inspired from the Warhammer. The story of this manhwa is also good. This is one of those stories where the main character is weak at first, but after some hard training becomes strong as fuck. The art is the best thing about this manhwa, especially the fight scenes are well transitioned. Characters are also written very well, but I think there are way less main characters for this type of story, and other than that, it is a pretty cool manhwa with amazing art and story. Moving on to our number 5, Plus 99 Wooden Step. Main character plays a VR MMO game Chrono Life. One day he's fed up with all the bullshit he has to go through because he is a noob. He starts upgrading his basic wooden stick and succeeds in strengthening it up to 99, making it the strongest weapon in the whole game. He then goes to look for people who ignored him with a stick. The main character is OP from the start. The art is good, the main character is a little bit on the go with the flow type. Some side characters are either annoying or way too basic. The world building is massive and has a lot of mysteries which seem pretty interesting. This manhwa is only recommended for guys who are into strong main characters. Number 4. My Daughter is the Final Boss. It's often nice having a good dungeon plus family life webtoon. It's about Lee Xiaojun who caused his daughter to destroy the world by raising her wrongly and letting her face great misfortunes. After dying, he is given a chance to raise and protect her from 5 misfortunes. The drawing is good, I especially like the facial expressions to be honest, the fights, background and all are really cool too. And there is this texture they add that has its perks, but I would say the character design lacks a little something. Well, I'm not fawning over the cute daughter as much as I would want to, nor I'm saying he or she is so badass. A lot, but that's just the beginning of the story. So maybe later with other characters or close for example. The characters are great, the good people are well done. The bad ones may not be as interesting though, but I have no issues with it. The daughter is cute and learning about her pain from the past is interesting. The father is nice now and doesn't get stuck in the past. The mother is cool and helps us see how Lee Xiaojun changes for the better. Number 3. Return of the Unrivaled Spear Knight. Joshua Sanders, the legendary spearman who ended the brutal civil war, shattered the belief that one must wield a sword to be a master knight. He fought in the service of his friend, Emperor Caesar van Briton, but it is all for naught when his fearful comrades try to kill him. He is on the brink of death when his trusty weapon, Lucia, signs and propels him back to the stables of his childhood. With his mighty spear in hand, Joshua is dead set on the revenge in this life. Recommended if you are looking for a satisfying manhwa with a badass MC. Beat downs the entitled idiots. Number 2. The story of a low-rank soldier becoming a monarch. Basically a weak to strong manga where the MC retains his future knowledge after death. This read will be worth the try. The MC isn't a coward and he also knows his limits. Through training, he will break those limits. It has a great and unique storyline. Art is on the weird side, it's kind of variety. To be honest, it's not that stunning, but it's unique. The characters in this story are very likable and awesome. Worth the read and must try it. And finally number 1. Starting today, I am a player. It's been 100 years since ordinary people turned into livestock to live as hunter-slaves. One day, while training hard to become a hunter to fix this unreasonable situation, I was attacked by Eden's Athena, who wanted my diary of the Demon King. Thanks to the powers of my mentor, Sunko, I succeeded in going back 100 years ago. But then a message appeared in front of me. I, the Sky of Apocalypse, will be your sponsor. The Sky of Apocalypse who had sponsored the Demon King? Then I will become the player. The beginning is great and the story development is normal paced. The art is not the best but still good. I recommend that you give it a try to see if you like it, but in my opinion, it's worth your time. So ladies and gentlemen, we conclude today's list with that. But before we leave, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. We really work hard to bring you guys quality content, so a little appreciation goes a long way. Thanks for watching and have a great day.